Grace and peace, family. I want to thank y'all so much for subscribing over here to Shonda at Home, my backup channel from a Shonda at Large. Y'all, you know, it is what it is, but I'm going to be posting some messages over here. I might use this this backup channel a little bit more regularly to, you know, do uploads and things like that, because I tend to do a lot of lives on a Shonda at Large. But nevertheless, I want to speak to a situation that I think it's very important for us to hear, especially for this day and this time. So do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you have not already subscribed, then go ahead and hit that bell, and you know, you get the notifications. You know how it is. You know what the deal is. All right, so let's get into it. I was watching a video the other day by CBS that talked about the great divide among the evangelical church. One pastor in particular that they were talking about, he has like a huge social media following. I mean, he's like, I think 2 million subscribers on Facebook. He was banned from Twitter. But this man, he's got like a lot of people because he says some really, really controversial things. Matter of fact, a lot of the things that he says, I mean, I totally agree with. But when it comes to this issue on the racial divide in America, no. That's when he's all the way evangelical. We just ain't gonna see eye to eye. Nevertheless, there was a part of this interview where this man shared why it is that people listen to him, why it is that he believes that people follow him. And he talked about people traveling from all over the world to come to his tent meetings. And one of the reasons why is because he's speaking the language that they understand and that they want to hear. He is, according to him, scratching an itch. Now, family, immediately when I heard this, my mind went straight to that passage that talked about how they heap up teachers for themselves, having itching ears. And so I thought about this, and I'm like, okay, this man just like literally came out, like me and my husband were sitting there like going back and forth, rewinding. Did we just hear what we thought we heard? Did he just say scratching an itch? Like, yeah, he said scratching an itch. But the truth is that I think many of us in Yasharal are guilty of the same thing. Heaping up teachers that are scratching an itch. So we're going to do a little test, and we're going to see if you fall within that category, if you fall within those parameters. Do you find yourself gravitating towards teachers that speak to your emotions rather than the word of the Most High Yah? Now, understand, I'm not just talking about when I say teachers. I'm not just referring to those brothers and sisters that are leaders in Yasharal. I'm talking about black leaders. I'm talking about black influencers. I'm talking about all those entertainers that speak directly to our emotions and appeal to our emotions. Do you find yourself following after their every word because they speak to your emotions rather than speaking to the word of the Most High Yah? That is number one. Question number two. Do you find yourself gravitating towards people that want to justify vengeance for you versus vengeance in the hands of the Most High Yah? That's number two. Now here's the third one. Here's the third one, and a lot of y'all are not going to like this. Do you find yourself gravitating towards teachers that promote black first versus Yah first? Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Okay, so just those 3 points. Teachers that appeal to your feelings, teachers that appeal to your vengeance, and teachers that appeal to you first versus the Most High Yah first. That's signs of itching ears. Now, family, the truth is that we're all guilty of it. The truth is that all of us find ourselves gravitating towards commentators, influencers, people that appeal to our emotions versus people that appeal to our spiritual understanding of the sign of the times, that do not hold to a biblical stance. We may even find ourselves listening to people that are actually anti-scripture. They're anti-scripture, they're anti-Christ in nature, but because they have a good word, they say that they have a heart for the community, they say that they love our people, we find ourselves gravitating towards them. We find ourselves gravitating towards people in sexually debaucherous lifestyles, but because they're promoting reparations, then we'll listen to them and we'll excuse that behavior because they're appealing to our vengeance. The truth is, family, is that we have itching ears. And we are living in a day and a time where we cannot afford to have itching ears. Now, Am I saying to you that now you got to unsubscribe from all these influencers? You got to stop listening to everything that they say? I'm not saying that to you at all. I'm saying to you that you need to chew the meat and you need to spit out the bones. I'm saying to you that you need to recognize what place that these people are in, and that you don't need to be giving more time and more attention and more of your heart and your ear, not guarding your heart, to these people versus those brothers and sisters who are called to lift your spirit up and get you in alignment with the will of the Most High for your life according to His word. According to His word. You don't need to be going after people who are going to itch your ears, who are going to tell you what you want to hear. This pastor went on, and I apologize for the noise in the background, y'all, but this pastor went on to talk about how Donald Trump is the president, and Donald Trump this, and Donald Trump that. So come to find out about this pastor is that he was actually the pastor that was speaking on January 5th before the insurrection on January 6th at the Capitol. He was stirring up people for Donald Trump. He was stirring up his listeners, those people that were in attendance, to go and fight for their freedom, fight for their rights. And you see what happened the next day. These people were defecating all over the place. These people were foul. These people were just going in there and they were committing essentially a terrorist act. I mean, if we did it, you know what they would have called it, an act of terrorism. So nevertheless, the whole point I'm trying to say is that these people were listening to this man because they had itching ears. They wanted to hear his rhetoric. They wanted to hear his perspective. And because they wanted to hear his perspective over the perspective of the Most High Yah that talks about judging Egypt 2.0, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, Egypt 2.0, and Babylon, Revelation 18, and that her smoke will go up in 1 hour, her torment in 1 hour it shall come. So instead of them listening to the word of the Most High Yah and getting their hearts right, they want to hold on to America first. Well, the truth is that a lot of us want to hold on to B1. A lot of us want to hold on to black first versus Yah first. Well, why do we want to do that? Well, because we feel that we are compelled to be putting ourselves at the forefront because we have been downtrodden for such a long time. Let me tell you the truth. The way up is down. Down on your knees in prayer and submission to the Most High. He didn't say in His word that we're supposed to put us first. In fact, He told us in the scriptures, seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all things will be added unto us. He said then that we're supposed to love Adonai, our Most High, Elohim, with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength, and our neighbor as ourself. And He didn't define who the neighbor was. And if you want to go back scripturally and contextually, He talked about the Israelite versus the Samaritan. Remember the Good Samaritan, showing and distinguishing the reality that we are called to love people, whether they're in our nation or they're not in our nation. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear that. The truth is, family, that the Most High cares way more about Yasharal than we ever could. The same way He cares way more about our family than we ever could. We have to leave it in His hands. We have to allow Him to guide and lead our steps according to the word. That is the job of the Ruach HaKodesh. And so I want to just encourage you all today to examine the content and the content builders, the influencers that you're listening to, if they are promoting all of these ideologies that are outside of the word of which you are supposed to be holding your life into. If it's outside of the perspective of the Most High and it's itching your ear, then you need to think about why it is that you are drawn to these people. So in any case, family, that's all I have for you today. Like I said, please like and please share this. If you've not subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that notification and hit the bell so that you can get all of my videos as I drop them over here at Ashonda at Home. And thank you all so much. Those of you who support us financially, you can do so by checking the pinned comment down in the comment section. All right, family. Until next time, love yourselves without hating your enemies. Yah bless and Salamah.